From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 7th, 2016. The United Nations Security Council is set to meet a week from today, on Friday, October the 14th, to discuss Israeli settlements in the West Bank. The meeting was initiated by the Palestinians, although formally requested by Malaysia, Venezuela, Senegal, Egypt, and Angola, citing construction in the West Bank as the obstacle to peace and a two-state solution. Israeli ambassador to the UN, Dani Danon, criticized the Palestinians for the initiative, saying they were, quote, using the international community to harm the state of Israel instead of stopping incitement and sitting at the negotiation table. Danon said the Palestinian leadership is choosing once again to reject our repeated suggestion for direct negotiations and is going straight to the UN, further saying that only an absolute stop to Palestinian incitement and the halting of terror against Israeli citizens will facilitate a dialogue. And in a rare move, the editorial board of the New York Times yesterday called on the UN Security Council to set terms for a peace deal between Israel and the Palestinians. The paper's editorial board published on Thursday that the best idea under discussion now would be to have the United Nations Security Council, in an official resolution, lay down guidelines for a peace agreement covering such issues as Israel's security, the future of Jerusalem, the fate of Palestinian refugees, and borders for both states. And staying with Ambassador Danon, the envoy this week chaired the legal committee at the UN, the first time in history that an Israeli has been elected to lead a permanent committee. Danon was elected chair of what is called the Sixth Committee back in June. His election was hailed this week with congratulations from the majority of representatives present at the committee meeting.
Allow me to join others in congratulating you and the members of the Bureau of your election.
Thank you very much, and let me start by congratulating you and the rest of the Bureau members with your election as chair of the Sixth Committee.
Please allow me to take this opportunity to congratulate you and members of the Bureau on your election.
I wish to congratulate you on your election.
Let me congratulate you on your election as chairperson.
Congratulating you and the members of the Bureau on your deserving election.
Let me congratulate you and on your election as chair of the Sixth Committee.
The Sixth Committee deals with such issues as counter-terrorism. When his election was announced earlier this year, Danon called it a historic achievement for the State of Israel. He said Israel is a world leader in international law and in fighting terrorism. We are pleased to have the opportunity to share our knowledge with the countries of the world. U.S. Vice President Joe Biden addressed a national memorial held yesterday in honor and memory of former Israeli Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, and President Shimon Peres. As we reported to you, the ceremony was held at Adas Israel Synagogue in Washington, D.C., where Biden stressed the importance of Peres's legacy of tolerance and acceptance.
A time when the currents of bigotry and angry and isolationism are on the rise, when too many are quick to cast blame on the outsider and the other, when the promise of peace might seem like a distant dream. It's my hope, my sincere hope, that each of us continues to hold Shimon Peres's memory very close.
64 Ethiopian Jews are expected to land in Israel this Sunday. The new immigrants are part of the first phase of an Israeli government decision to bring more than 1,300 Jewish Ethiopians who have been waiting to make Aliyah but have been stuck in refugee camps in Gondar and Addis Ababa for months, and will now be able to reunite with family members already living in Israel. B'nai B'rith International has opened its disaster relief fund to provide aid to the victims of Hurricane Matthew living in the U.S., Haiti, and Cuba. The now Category 3 storm devastated Haiti and Cuba and has greatly impacted Florida residents as it makes its way up the coast. B'nai B'rith said it would monitor the course of the storm and assess needs accordingly. The organization has provided disaster relief on the local, national, and international level since 1865, most recently sending assistance to Baton Rouge, Louisiana after the massive flooding there. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, October the 7th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by a Shabbat concert at 7:30. At 9 o'clock, it's the film Israel Inside, and at 10:30, Muzika with Israeli singer Kobe Peretz. And looking ahead to Tuesday, the eve of Yom Kippur, JBS will air live Kol Nidre services beginning at 6 o'clock from Central Synagogue. And Wednesday morning, a Yom Kippur family service will air at 9, and the main Yom Kippur service will begin at 10:30 in the morning. More programming information, including later replays of services throughout Yom Kippur, can be found on our website, jbstv.org. I'm Teisha Bader. I will be back after Yom Kippur. Shabbat Shalom and Gmar Chatima Tova.